Hi.
So I woke up to a bevy of messages in my Discord because people were curious about my opinion on a situation that is going on with Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star specifically being transphobic and defending transphobic comments from Charlie Kirk. And also, I'm confused about that we were already here 2 years ago. He already said he hated pronouns. We already did this. He hates pronoun culture, the they them stuff. Doesn't like trans people. We're already here about this. We were already here. I feel like we're already here. Jeffree Star has stated a meticulous amount of times that Jeffree Star does not like the pronoun culture or pronoun people. I just want to point that out. I don't know why this is new information. I'm not sure why TikTok is in a tizzy and Twitter is going crazy and saying, "This is strange. Jeffree Star is a gay man." Correct. Jeffree Star is a gay man. Jeffree Star is a gay. That's just regular. That's just what happens with gay men. Whether you're white, black, doesn't really matter. Gay men are can be homophobic. You can be homophobic and transphobic as a gay person. That's just not impossible. It's a real thing. I know some transphobic trans people. That's just what happens. But it always starts the same way. An influencer with a history of controversy opens their mouth again. And instead of humility, they choose hostility. Jeffree Star is somebody who built an entire empire off the back of queer and gender non-conforming people. That's what he's done. Once again, decided that mockery sells better than empathy because Jeffree Star knows how to grift. Jeffree Star knows how to rise in controversy. Jeffree Star knows how to stay relevant. You know who also stays relevant? James Charles, who should not have a platform right now. I'm gonna make a whole video about James Charles. That was just, I don't know what happened with James Charles. That was a crazy thing. The difference this time is that people are tired of giving second chances to millionaires who use marginalized communities as punching bags, tired of hearing the same old tired lines about science from people who built their brand off being different. That's what happens. That's what it is. Calling they them pronouns stupid is not an opinion. It's not keeping it's real. It's not edgy. It's hate. It's just hate. Jeffree Star doesn't get to hide behind a gay identity while throwing trans and non-binary people under the bus for views. Queer doesn't equal inclusive. Being part of one marginalized group doesn't give you a license to attack another. Just because you're trans doesn't mean you can be racist. That just doesn't make any sense. You don't earn a golden ticket for cruelty just because you've been through something yourself. What's even more insulting all the time is from what I've seen from Jeffree Star in these past 2 years, because I've watched a ton of Jeffree Star nonsense and a bunch of things that I keep up with people who I think maybe something bad's gonna happen. I just want to see something happen. I kind of hope for it, a little pray for it. People say you shouldn't pray for people's downfall. I always do. It's just I got it. I got people I don't like. I'm just gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you here. It's more so not even the people, it's their ideologies. It's the ideologies that I want to take down. Because taking down the person will do nothing in the grand scheme of things. The ideologies is the big thing we want to take out. That's the big thing. That's what's going on. They always say, well, it's just facts. Just facts, bro. What facts? The fact that gender is a complex social and psychological structure across cultures. The fact that non-binary identities exist in indigenous cultures, in global history, in current medical understanding. People like Jeffree Star love to pretend their ignorance is bravery. And that is a very fun thing to see. We're being brave because the woke mob is taking us out. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. They want to do this all thing. They're mentally destroyed. They're mentally broken. This is stupid. No, not understanding something is not a noble stance. I don't get it becomes, it must be wrong if I don't understand it. And then it turns into, you should just go to jail. It's violent thinking dressed up like honesty. And that's what happens when people are unintentionally wildly cruel and they say, well, I'm just being honest. And then they're a bit of an asshole. They're weird. They're mean. They're angry. And of course, there are people defending him. Obviously, a lot of right-wing grifters saying, see, even one of your people are agreeing with us. This must mean something. They must be sick of you guys too. This is ridiculous. You just need to separate from the trans people. This is ridiculous. He's just being real. People are too sensitive. The same entire culture war excuse where empathy is weakness and cruelty is authenticity. That happens every time. The louder Jeffree Star yells, the more they cheer, because if Jeffree is right, then they never have to grow, never have to change, never have to face the mirror. He gives people permission to stay stagnant. He gives hate a makeover. It's all a part of the brand, obviously. That's Jeffree Star's new thing, the grift palette. It's so fun. And still, he's not canceled. Why? Because this is important. Cancel culture is not actually real. And I might explain this one day, but it's not really real. It's a marketing trick. Jeffree thrives on outrage. The more you talk about him, the more people clicked. Even hate is profitable. Even upon this video, people are clicking it because maybe they've been curious about Jeffree Star, or maybe an old YouTube had said, whoa, Jeffree Star, I didn't even know that. And you're watching this video because you yourself are thinking, well, I wonder what happened with Jeffree Star. He'll lose followers, maybe a brand deal or two, but then he'll say it's homophobia. And then the brands don't know what to do. Wait, we can't cancel him because we're being homophobic, but this is ridiculous. He is ridiculous. It's not going to work. He might even, lose some merch sales a little bit. But then there's going to be people who buy his merch because they stand with free speech. He's monetized backlash. Controversy is just another color in the palette for someone like him. Hurt is real too. While Jeffree jokes, real non-binary teens are getting kicked out of homes, denied healthcare, attacked in public, and demonized by lawmakers. Same with trans people too. That's exactly what's going to happen. His words echo far beyond TikTok or whatever platform he's on right now. I don't even know. I'm not sure. I think he's still on YouTube. He's just always doing this. They give fuel to a fire that's already consuming people's safety. When he says put them in prison or anything of that variety, he's not making an isolated statement. He's participating in a cultural campaign of fear. My lips are so dry right now. Jeez Louise. I'm licking my lips. I need to put some lip gloss or something on. This is ridiculous. Anyways. I want to point this out, right? Jeffree Star has a long track record of racist, misogynistic, and now transphobic remarks. Every few years, it's the same playbook. Be horrible, get caught out, disappear for a bit, return with a new highlighter palette. He doesn't evolve, he rebrands. And people let him. It just keeps happening. He's going to keep getting rewarded. I want to point this out here. Jeffree Star, right? I don't know if you know about a lot of the lore in the makeup community. I imagine you probably stay away from all the makeup community, right? I just don't know. If you're around for the makeup community. Jeffree Star has 15 million subscribers, right? 15 milli. That's a big number. 3 months ago, 374,000. This boom boom, and always posting about their stuff, always their makeup stuff, foundation, still getting millions of views, all this stuff, right? And then Jeffree's Cosmetics has an insane amount of stuff, and if you really deep dive, if you really look around, you will see a lot of Jeffree Star's just racist and misogynistic and just all through. That has been a big thing for a whole thing. It's been a big thing. It's always been this. I believe it was 2017. Makeup vlogger Jeffree Star apologizes for past racist comments in new video. That's a whole thing. It was a video on YouTube. Racism? Oh my God. Can't believe I would do that. My girlies, this is so crazy. Jeffree Star has an entire thing. And Jeffree Star just doesn't have a racist past. Jeffree Star has a racist presence. Always misogynistic, always thinking that men are just significantly better because women are garbage. Whole way through. Every single time. That's what happens. I think Jeffree Star should not get to play both sides. You can't profit off queerness, sell rainbow brushes, wave pride flags, and then laugh at the people who gave you that platform. Jeffree Star was lifted up by the queer community, and now he's kicking people off the ladder. That's betrayal. That is deep betrayal. And what's most ironic is that he frames this all as courage, as if it takes guts to punch down, as if challenging the most vulnerable people in your fan base is a stand for truth. Courage would be using his platform to protect the marginalized, to challenge ignorance, to admit when he doesn't understand something, and to learn, but learning doesn't get clicks. It never does. How many young fans will internalize this message? How many will think being trans or non-binary or a pronoun person, as they were called, is something to be ashamed of because their favorite influencer said so? Well, Jeffree Star shouldn't be your favorite influencer. It's a lot of people's favorite influencer because that's real. It's what happens. It's a lot of people's favorite influencer. That's just a real thing. How many will hide or hurt or silence themselves? Words matter, especially from people with millions of eyes on them. Jeffree Star doesn't just have fans. He has influence, and he's using it to reinforce harm. I don't think he'll be canceled ever. Honestly, I just don't. The right will grip to him, and when the right stops griping, he'll go back to the queer community because, well, Jeffree Star is one of our most powerful people. It's not gonna happen. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Just don't. But I do think people are waking up. This queer community, especially trans and non-binary folks, deserve better than this. They deserve support, not mockery. They deserve visibility and not threats. And they sure as hell deserve better role models than someone who built a castle on their backs only to spit down on them from the top. And maybe that's the only silver lining, right? Maybe every time someone like Jeffree shows their true colors, we get a little closer to building something better, something louder, something kinder, a beautiful industry, an internet, a culture that lifts up the vulnerable instead of mocking them. Because like being real and being brave, that's standing up for people, not stepping on them. But in any event, Jeffree Star has always been racist, transphobic, homophobic, all this. He's been bad the entire way through. I don't know why this is news to anybody. Anyways, there goes me covering it. I hope you're happy. Bye. I'm your Nick and Night, be my Laurel, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. I love the ride when you